What is going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. I just heard from the shop that has all of the hardware for the Evo 8. They are doing the zinc coating on all of it. Initially, we were told we would have the hardware back early this week, and now it's pushed back to mid next week. So we have about another week and a half-ish before we can get the Evo 8 off the lift, which, you know, it sucks, but oh well. I don't have a ton to do, honestly, without the lift. It would be nice to have a second lift in the shop just so we can work on multiple cars at once, because I feel like every car needs a lift for something right now. Like the FRS needs a clutch, Bobby's car needs a clutch, Bobby's car needs a motor, Blue Evo 9 needs a clutch, and a ton of other stuff. You guys get the point. But of course, we can't really pull this car off the lift. So what we're gonna be doing today is slapping on a new set of wheels. Well, just on the front. We have new wheels over here. You guys have probably seen these kicking around the shop for a while. I've had them for a few months, and then we're actually gonna be pulling the tires off of our old Evo 10 wheels because they're quite a bit wider than the initial wheels that are on the car. Hopefully you guys are following along. So these are 245/35. Those are 255/35. We're going from a 10 wide down to 9.5 wide. So there's not gonna be any stretch on the car. This thing makes way too much sauce to have narrow stretch tires. And then we can pull the 245/35s off of the Evo 8 wheels, and we can put them on the S2K wheels. The S2000 currently sits on an 18 by 10.5 with a 215/35, which is insanely stretched. I'm not okay with it. I think it's a little too much for the car. Ideally, a 10.5 wide would be like a 265 or 265. But if we did something meaty like that on the S2K, there would be no way we could fit these wheels. So with that being said, if anyone has the identical wheels that we run on the S2000, which are the TE37s in red, those beautiful things there, and they are 9.5 and you want 10.5, hit me up, because I really want to trade these 18 by 10.5s for a set of 18 by 9.5s because they would fit the car a whole lot better. Hopefully all that made sense. Let me show you guys what wheels we got. The reps, they're not legit wheels, but it's okay. They're still gonna look beautiful. I'm sure you guys could have probably guessed that from a mile away. These are 18 by 9.5 plus 22 Avid 1 AV20s. They are Ray's Graham Light 57 Extreme reps. We ran the 57 Extremes on the black Evo 8 in a super nice like matte gray finish. And I love those wheels. I love how they look. I love the style. And while I do like the wheels that are currently on the car, which are XXR 521s, this thing is just like a rep queen. Always running reps on this thing. I don't know why. Problem with these wheels is we had to run a good deal of stretch to get them to fit, because we did have to run a 25 mil spacer up front to clear the Brembos. Now with the new wheels, we're gonna be able to go to a wider tire, get some more traction, get some more meat on the ground, ditch all the tire stretch, ditch the spacers as well, and we could always raise it up a little bit if need be, because this thing is pretty low. Well, not right now. When it's on the ground, it's pretty low. Excited for the new wheels. I do wish I could have found those same exact wheels that we ran on the Black 8 and that same finish. Was not able to find a set, so I just picked up the AV20s. They look good. I personally have never had a problem running rep wheels in the past. Have I ever broke one? I think I bounced off a curb once, way back in the day, and that shattered the wheel. But if you're not doing anything stupid, you should be all right. I'm not saying that I am for running reps, but I have nothing against running reps, if that makes sense. So the first thing we need to do is pull off the tires off of these wheels back here, and then we can go ahead, grab one of the wheels, get a tire mounted up, and see how good they fit on the front of the Evo 8. We got all the tires mounted on the wheels. Everything's balanced out. Unfortunately, I am out of Avalon King ceramic coat. Otherwise, you guys already know I would be ceramic coating them, but I'm sure some will show up before the hardware ever comes back, so we can do it before this whole entire car goes back together. But what I do want to do is throw a wheel on the car, or just get the front wheels on the car. So let's pull off the XXRs, pull off the spacers. We're probably gonna have to do some camber adjustments. Of course, full alignment when this car is entirely done. And we may have to raise it up as well. So let's see how she looks. That is definitely more my style for this car. I'm probably gonna ditch the blue lug nuts, and you can see how much this wheel is cambered in. We could pretty much ditch all the camber in the world and just run them completely zeroed out, no camber whatsoever. Let's go ahead and do that. Loosen up these 4 Allens here, uncamber this guy, get it back to where it's supposed to be sitting, and maybe drop it down on the ground and see how she looks. Now, of course, we can only go so low while the car's on the lift because the arms hit the ground before the suspension's fully compressed. But honestly, something like this height right here, I think that's perfect. That looks so sick. So here's a after with the new wheels, a little bit meatier tire. Here's a before with the old wheels, Stancy boy, stretch boy look, and it probably sits like an inch, about an inch lower than that right there. I think that is a much better look on an Evo versus the mesh wheels. Not that I didn't like the mesh, but this style here, much better fit on the Evo, in my opinion. I know today was another short day in the shop. It is what it is. Really excited to get this car 100% done now, get all the new wheels on. Of course, get them ceramic coated, and I think it's gonna look sick. Drop a comment below, let me know what you think of the new wheels versus the old wheels, what you guys prefer. I hope you enjoyed. Peace out, my friends. I'll see you guys tomorrow.